test?
Yeah, because I thought one was a pregnancy test because I just have my pregnancy thermometer lying around.
Why does this thermometer want me to pee on it?
So the reason I texted that earlier is I was in the middle of doing something when you sent that text.
Mm-hmm.
So the when you look at your phone and it's just a little tiny alert in the rectangle.
Uh-huh.
I just kind of saw the picture, and I put it down. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. I was like, one.
He's a dude.
Well,
is he a dude?
Well, I mean,
so far,
Page now, and I'm like, well, wait a second. They've been to a bunch of doctor's appointments in that region lately.
Oh.
And Cody supposedly is all snapped. And I was like, in my head, I was all like, can both of those things be wrong? Is Cody sending us a text that Paige is pregnant? I was very confused.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Cody caught the vagina.
That was a real weird leap, Joe. I knew he was going with it.
You were a guy in college's office.
Yeah, with Paige.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That checks out.
Look, I was just going with Mike logic.
Yeah, it just took you the wrong place.
Yeah, all the points are made up and nothing matters.
At midnight.
At midnight.
I would like G4 to bring that back.
Is G4 even back?
Yeah, G4 launches in June.
So they think they're still going to make it.
Austin Creed is hosting a show on it.
Yeah, Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Part of the New Day.
Yep.
That's really cool. What channel is it? Like actual channel? I know it's going to be its own station, but I mean, like, what channel do they know? Do you know?
Right now, it's going to be YouTube.
Oh, so it's just streaming.
Yeah.
Does this mean I have to have a YouTube subscription?
No, it's just going to be a YouTube channel.
Oh, well, that's easy to watch then.
There was an article I saw.
It's right up my alley.
Somewhere.
So then the question... Goddamn kombucha. Got the hiccups and burps.
Yeah, that's fun.
So the question would be then, and I'm sure you're looking it up right now, is what shows do they have? Obviously something from Xavier Woods. What else? What's he doing, by the way? Some sort of gaming show?
I don't think we know just yet. I'm trying to find the article I saw because they were talking about how they want to bring back Attack of the Show.
We can host that.
Yeah, fuck yeah,
Cody,
we can.
talk to your people.
Okay, let me reach out to my people real quick.
Have your people call their people.
Oh, in that case. Hello, people. Joe, can you call somebody?
I don't know people. I know you people.
Yeah, well, you're one of my people.
That is the worst call ever.
Yeah, it's not a great call, no.
Almost as bad as the Packers, am I right? Are we doing sports stuff now?
Sure, let's talk sports ball because
up.
So, how is the draft going? Everybody who thinks they know, I don't know anything about it. So
It would be just Mike.
Yeah, I was all like everybody who thinks they know. It's going.
it's going.
Okay.
There's some surprising stuff. A couple good players went still on the board. Cardinals just picked a guy I didn't think they were gonna pick, but it's not like a bad pick. It was one of those like, this is a good football player that's gonna be good for a long time, but he's not probably gonna be great, which is like, it's fine. You know what I mean? But there's a couple guys that would have like a little bit more of a swing. Could have been a home run, as opposed to the Cardinals. Just in the early draft anyway, they always seem to just kind of aim for singles and doubles. Like they just kind of pick the safer guys. And
Well, like every Arizona team, they're constantly in a rebuilding phase. So we're thinking long term here.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
How can we trade this guy later for 3 mediocre people?
Oh. Okay.
Right?
Maybe. Doing better than Taj's fucking Niners, though. What a nightmare they did.
Why?
They gave up 3 weeks ago. They're originally at number 12. and they went like 3 weeks ago. They traded up to number 3.
Oh damn!
They gave up number 12 to get to number 3, obviously, and then their next year's first round pick, and then like a third and a fourth somewhere later on, kind of thing. Like a lot to move up, and so it's like, oh, they got a quarterback in mind because you don't move up that far that time of draft.
Pick a QB.
You're getting a QB, right? So there's like 4 QBs everyone was talking about, and they picked the 5th one. And I was like, oh no. that's not good at all. So I don't know. It might work. Obviously, it's a crapshoot with the quarterbacks. You never know who's going to be the good one, but it didn't seem good with that one. I was like, yeah, that's weird. Especially considering I'm 99% sure they could have just stayed at 12 and gotten the same guy anyway.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot your shot. You might as well try it.
I just sent you the link to G4's YouTube page.
I saw it.
They have videos up there. There's no shows. I did find a thing though about Xavier Woods' show.
His show.
Which sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It says here, G4 and WWE superstar Xavier Woods tag team for a new gaming show to settle scores with scores.
Okay.
So,
I like that.
Looks like in this there's not a whole lot of detail in here. It's just talking about Xavier's, world of gaming that he does on Up Up Down Down. So we'll see. Okay, well, that's cool. Thanks, Sci-Fi Wire.
I mean, it's a little bit more than we knew before that.
Also
which
true.
was nothing.
What the hell? Well, I don't want to do that.
What do you not want to do?
Open every tab I just closed for some strange reason.
Open them all, you pussy.
Right?
Oh, good. Only opened one extra one. I was like, what the hell? Apparently, after the update, Safari wants to do its own thing. That's cool. Whatever, dog.
They have a hashtag going right now for G4 needs talent hire.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that Xavier was really pushing before he got in. So if anyone wants to go ahead and tweet about us with that hashtag, go right ahead. I mean, we'll host something. Do they need a podcast to talk about stuff?
Video people.
Yeah, we could be on camera talent.
Yeah,
we're the everymans.
Everymans.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We got the fat, the bearded, and the long-haired.
Yeah.
We're all covered.
All covered.
Okay. I
Average
think that
size,
was
the tall size.
I think that was nice.
I mean, it's just facts. Nice is a relative term.
That's
Right?
true.
Anyway, shoot your shot.
I have 3 resumes open on my laptop right now. I don't know why I have 3 resumes. I fucked up somewhere.
Oh, I thought you were hiring somebody. I'm like, bro.
No, it's a resume.
Okay, it's like, yikes.
I gotta make sure I delete the 2 old ones, huh?
Right? I've done that. Ooh, which one was which? You start reading through them. You're like, this one was worded better than that one. Delete. Oh shit! This one forgot the dates on everything. Fuck. Submit.
Dates are just a relative number.
Dates are just a relative thing. Dates are a construct.
Yeah.
Made up by man.
And the person who makes you think the Earth is round.
To stuff and things. They do stuff.
They motherfuckers.
They.
Speaking of what I was doing before this was watching Mortal Kombat. I know you guys watch
Mortal Kombat.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry.
Cody, how did you like it?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. We're recording ever since.
When are we not recording?
Yeah, man, I just start. You know. Oh, sorry. Let's. Well, how's this? Comes naturally. We are.
Joe.
Mike.
I'm Cody. Welcome to this week's episode, everybody, where we're talking about stuff, including Mortal Kombat, the new reboot, remake, and they. Oh, we gonna talk about they. Just so y'all know, Without Remorse is now available to watch on Prime Video.
Is it?
That? Oh, that's not Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
I haven't watched any preview on that. I don't know anything about that.
Well, get your fucking life together.
Well, first off, I've read the book, and I doubt that it's going to be based off the book much because from the trailers, from the book itself, I don't remember him lighting a car on fire and getting into it. So
it's all subtext, Joe. You wouldn't understand. You're not like a military guy.
I don't know how to read between the lines.
A car is a metaphor
for
someone's life.
Life.
Car
for life.
For life.
You're
constantly driving it, and my life is on fire. Got it.
Your journey through life
is on fire.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Obstacles.
And everything is fine. And I'm just living in it.
Obstacles are the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
it's also, and? Yeah.
And?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
And I'm going to turn this into a sketch comedy show and just keep saying and. See how far you can go.
Yes.
And. Yes, and. Yes, and.
No, sir.
Damn it. He got us.
No more.
Hey, real quick.
Banana, that's my safe word.
Oh, my God.
From comedies, sketch comedy.
Oh, I was like,
anyway, keep going.
Before we get to Mortal Kombat real quick, did you, neither of you have read the, like, the newer version of Hawkeye, right? The comic book?
No.
Okay. Anyways, so basically, the new upcoming television program on Disney Plus called Hawkeye introduces a new character named Echo, who in the comic book is an indigenous deaf superhero, and they actually hired an indigenous deaf actress to play her.
Good.
Pretty cool.
Badass.
Yep. So I mean, that's just a cool thing I saw on the old internet earlier in my fugue state of in and out of consciousness.
You feel terrible.
Yes, Mike, I do.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that.
I have that all planned out. I'm just gonna buy a bunch of chicken ramen and a bunch of like Tylenol and stuff and orange juice and just live on that for that day. That's my plan.
I'm hoping this only lasts today.
It did for me. I didn't think it would because like you have it right now, you're spiking at 100-degree, temperature. Fuck, when I went to bed, like I put the sheets over me and I just started sweating bullets. I had to stand in front of my fan because I have one of those Dyson fans for like 5 minutes just to be like, cool down, stop sweating.
He wide stance right in front of the fan and just flopped his dick and balls in and out of that.
Well, yeah, Jesus. You don't swamp ass going to bed.
Just fucking.
No one likes swamp paint.
That shit right through the fan. That bladeless. That's the real benefit of the Dyson.
Of a bladeless fan, you can stick your dick in it.
You can cool around your dick and balls 360 degrees. Dyson's onto something.
They are onto something.
Smart guys. Hey, I flop my dick into the fan and it hurts every time. Every fucking time.
You would think maybe you would stop.
Nah, I get sweaty, bro. I cool that bitch off.
Well, that is a true statement, sir. Yikes.
Gross.
Hashtag G4 hire us.
Hashtag G4 talent search.
G4. Austin Creed's, Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Right. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a car. Rate it.
WCW.
They don't exist anymore, don't they?
No.
How old is that thing? Where'd you find it? Find it in a Walgreens?
Ah, got him.
It's one of 19,998.
It's like a limited edition car, or that's how many are in that line?
I don't fucking know.
Fair enough.
When you say it's one of, like it says 1/ and then a number?
No, it's one of.
One of.
Okay.
So it's probably one of that many. It's a limited edition car.
Look who's on the back.
Sting. Why is Sting on the back? You'd think it'd be
the face of the Dubs.
Realize,
It's probably just on all of them.
but you'd think it'd be, Raven.
The Raven's only in the package part. He's not on the board.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Stanger over here was on all of them.
Fair enough.
Just gonna keep looking at stuff while we're on here.
What were we talking about?
I don't actually remember. I was trying to get you guys into Mortal Kombat, and then you said before we talk about that, you want something else to talk about. And you started talking
Michael
about
Jordan
it. And
Upper Deck lunchbox.
Mike, shut your whore mouth. We're talking about Mortal Kombat now.
All right.
Are you watching a spelling bee behind you?
no, that's the
draft
That's the
spectacular.
Okay.
Oh, it's broken. I broke it, guys. It came completely apart.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the first time I've opened it in like 10 years, I think.
Well, now it's the first time you won't be opening it again. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Let's get on point. See if my brain will focus on stuff.
You see what this is?
Is there a way to mute
cool is
him?
that?
What are you doing?
Look
Okay.
at this shit. Look at all this shit I got.
Why?
It's like,
Why do you have an Ewok as dispenser at your disposal?
Why not?
Fair enough.
I got all
You
the
have a
cool
great
Star Wars
argument,
characters.
sir.
That's so many. I got so
Wait.
many more.
You open it up and go.
No.
You
I just eat the candy.
just eat the candy.
Oh, Cody's favorite.
Ah, that dude that got shot into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
That should have died.
He got knocked into the Sarlacc pit, not shot into the Sarlacc pit.
Potato.
Leia. I got 2 Leias.
Oh, why she look so terrified?
I mean, she's seen some shit.
My dad's torturing me. Are you done? Can we
This
talk?
is a good podcast, guys. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it's a real good audio podcast.
Yeah, audio podcast. Looking at fucking Star Wars Pez dispenser.
C3PO Pez dispenser in here.
You should strap it to the back of the
last
Chewie.
All right, guys. Taking
What?
bets. Who do you think the last character I got?
On.
Ready?
Darth Vader.
You're both wrong.
Oh, it's Yoda.
Yeah, man. Anyway, that's what's in my Michael Jordan Upper Decker.
Upper deck. Not upper
You
decker.
upper decker?
That-
That's
tin?
gross, dude.
No wonder it broke.
Yeah. Heavyweight
Hilarious.
dump. Mortal Kombat. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it had its issues. The story was but I mean it's based on a video game. Now, when I say it's not that it was terrible. I just would have made some changes. Mike, that's really loud, by the way. But there's just some things I would have changed to make it a better story in a way. I mean, not that I have anyone to listen to my opinion about it, but it just seemed too easy for this new character to be, spoiler, I guess, directly related to Sub-Zero. And I was telling Paige...
Scorpion.
What? Or Scorpion,
Directly
sorry,
related to
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah, sorry. Scorpion. And I was telling Paige afterwards, I was like, as soon as Raiden saved the child, I was like, well, that's who Joe's related to. Like, so that's how this is gonna... Or not Joe, is it Cole? What's his name? Cole
Yeah,
Young?
I think it was Cole. I
Cole
can't
Young.
remember, but it sounds right.
Yeah, Cole Young. And I was like, that's just he's going to be related to Scorpion that way, and it's just going to be this feud that's going to live on or whatever. I would have. I mean, there's a lot of things that would have changed, but I would have made it a little different. I would have gone and said that Cole was actually a descendant of Sub-Zero, and his wife was a descendant of Scorpion. And you could have tied it into where basically he has to choose his family or his actual family. But, I mean, there's a lot more to it I could go through, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. The characters were awesome. Kano just stole fucking everything. It was amazing. I love that guy. Josh Lawson, I believe his name is, plays the actor who plays the character. And for the most part, like all the only real wonky CG were the baby arms they gave Jax. Like there's a couple scenes like when he was using the punching bag. I didn't understand why they made him look shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have made him the length of his arms. You know what I mean? Like, did they take him off a smaller person and like, well, this is the best we have, so attach, or whatever? I don't know, but it was just weird. Like when he was doing the punching bag thing, it looked so bad, and I was like, well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But otherwise, I mean, I thought it was cool. The ending was rushed. Paige was confused about that because she's like, so they just go to the void and they have a plan all of a sudden. I'm like, I'm thinking we were missing some stuff they might have cut out of the movie. But yes, that's exactly what they're going to do. And then I didn't really care for Cole's power, air quotes, just because it seemed like he was indestructible at that point. You know what I mean? Like, probably not. He probably could be killed. I mean, his head was exposed and, like, his lower body, but it's just like everyone's attacking his chest and he's, like, absorbing power. And I'm like...
It's the one thing that we did laugh at, because I watched it with my brother. We got to that scene and we were like, so his power is literally get his ass whooped? That's pretty much his power?
Yep. I was like, okay, well, okay. I get it. Like,
going.
If it were more of like him trying to fight back for it to come out of him, then I get it. But like he literally just got his ass whipped and then he gets the power. And I was like, but you just proved to us that if you get him angry enough, Kano, maybe that's just Kano's thing, his obvious eye laser shows up. But like with Cole, it's just like, no, just beat his ass until his powers like come out. I'm like, that's not good. I don't think that's a good idea. But I mean, it worked, so whatever. But I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping they do go forward and make some more because I would like to see more characters, obviously, because a lot of them are dead, and see how they kind of use some of the lore that's in the games to bring some of them back in different ways, things like that. But that's my thoughts.
Cool. Michael,
this is weird. I don't have a problem with anything that Cody had a problem with, but I have a problem with like everything else. I didn't like this movie.
What?
I didn't like it. The fight scenes were fucking dope. I was like, all right, I can get behind this. Like, I enjoy that part. They're good. They're hard hitting. They like, you know what I mean? They look good. They're well lit. I was real worried that they were gonna do that like a ninja movie type thing and everything was gonna be dark and kind of shitty and hard to like,
Taken 3.
Yeah, like shit like that where they're like, this we're
like
gonna
close up shot to like, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
That's how they get through like with a low budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was worried that was gonna happen. But the all the fight sequences I really really enjoyed. I liked the little nods to the game. Like I thought they were timely. Like when they say fatality or flawless victory or finish him, or
you're like, he said the thing.
I was like, I liked it because it felt like because I like forgot to because at first I was like, I'm waiting for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of like got him in. I was like, okay, that's cool. And they showed the gruesomeness and all that stuff. It was all good. But then everything else felt like a fucking early 90s Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Like I thought the dialogue was absolutely horse shit. I thought the way they performed the dialogue was absolute horse shit. It was so fucking 90s. Like everything about it. Fucking Jax the first time he fights Sub-Zero. 6 swords and Afghan motherfucker. I was like, oh, kill him. Rip his fucking head off. I don't want him coming back. Care about
I'm done with this movie.
Just freeze his fucking dumb head so we don't have to hear him talk anymore. And then like literally every scene where there's dialogue, I was just like on my phone. I was like, okay, I can't. This is trash ass. But with that being said, like the story outline of it, I didn't have a problem with any of that. I was like, I'm cool with that being fucking Scorpion's, descendant. Cool with me because it's a good way to get him back for the final battle. I don't care because I'm expecting, give me, under 2 hours of like a story that makes sense. It's a Mortal Kombat movie. I don't need it to be a good story. Just need it to make a little bit of sense, and I thought it did. And like, let them talk like normal human beings instead of like like those computer systems that like analyze. Like I feel like whoever wrote this like watched a bunch of fucking action movies from the 80s and 90s like while they're
this game came out in the 90s. Let's write it like it comes from the 90s.
And I didn't enjoy any part that wasn't an action scene at all. I was watching it and I was like, when it got done, I was like, oh man, what a fucking bummer.
Mike could have watched this on mute and had a much better.
Oh, dude. And I watched the fight scenes again. Like, I thought those were cool. Yeah, give me a supercut of that. But everything else is horseshit. Fuck that. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but like, I don't know what happened between writing and studio notes and performances and how they were directed and all that. So I'm not going to say the actors are shit. But if this is my only way to grade the actors and the writers, I'm going to say they're all shit.
Ugh.
So the writer wrote Doom.
Not good.
Expendables 1 and 2.
Good.
He did the story.
Stallone wrote a lot of Expendables.
He did the screenplays.
Yeah.
So put what they filmed on the screen. He did the story for Godzilla, and was credited as a co-writer. Rewrites on Ant-Man. He wrote Zombieland Double Tap, and he did the screenplay for both Wonder Woman 1984. What's up?
Kyle Reese. There's a couple people who wrote Zombieland.
No, he wrote the story. Then someone wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
So he wrote the actual story that they based the movie on. But he did Wonder Woman 1984, and he has this. He's doing Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and he's also doing the new Into the Spider-Verse sequel.
Ugh, cool. Again, a lot can happen from pin to film. Like, I get that, but I don't know what the fuck happened. But I hope that wasn't his original vision for it, because it was. I don't know, man. I guess I was just expecting
more
minimum fucking passable. I was like, yeah. It was so weird. It was, and I talked with Taj a little bit about this because by the time I watched it, he was the only one. So I was texting with him, and he had he thought the fight scenes felt off, and like they were shot oddly. I was like, nah, you're wrong. I was like, everything with the fight scenes are cool as shit. They could be different, but I enjoyed that. But I was like, literally, as I was watching it, I was like, this is like one of the bad Van Damme movies. Like, this is this is one of those Schwarzenegger movies that nobody talks about. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those ones. That's how it felt. But I'll watch a sequel because the fight scenes were cool and the characters are obviously fun. You know what I mean? Because there's so many dope characters in the history that you can go into. But yeah, I was just really bummed out with everything else.
That's so awful. I can't say that I was bummed out about it. To address one thing real quick, the director and Joe, the main character, are signed up to do another 4 movies if Warner Brothers wants to do it.
Yeah.
So a total of 5 movies in this series if they want to go ahead with it. As far as before I forget about it, address the Taj's comment about the fighting. It did at times seem very highly choreographed. Like, okay, we have to hit our marks, type of stuff. But for the most part, the action was really good in this movie.
Yeah.
Story-wise, the story gets you from A to B, and it does move incredibly fast at some points.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe about the story, at least with two parts, one, you have the really cool confrontation with Jax and Sub-Zero, and that's the fight where he loses his arms. And then in the next scene, you have Kano and Sonya Blade and Joe's character like, oh, we found the temple. We need to get to the temple and just fucking cheese it. And you're like, they get there, and I'm sitting there, I turn to Adam and I go, does no one care about Jax? Like Sonya was like, I need to contact him. Where's Jax? Blah, blah, blah. And then Kano's just like, I know where the temple is. And then she's like, fuck him, let's go. I was like, all right, good partner skills.
Dude, that fucking, after Jax got his arms ripped off and Sub-Zero just pushed him off and he hit that floor before he hit, I was like, oh, he's dead. I was like,
dead, right?
No. I was like, they filmed fake scenes with metal arms to throw us off. Like, there's no way he's coming back with that. I thought they Russo brothered us.
Russo'd us, yeah. They Whedoned us. Brought in a whole different director for the rest of the movie. Which was weird because if I recall right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't really play the Mortal Kombat games, but didn't Jax have a fake half eye, or was that
That's
or was
Kano?
That Kano? That was Kano.
Yeah.
Had the fake half.
Kano
Okay.
had like a metal, half metal, like a phantom.
Right. I was thinking that was Jax, and so like he hits his head on that corner there as he goes down, and I was like, oh, that's how he gets the thing with the stuff, but apparently not. So
No.
I had the wrong character in mind. Kano's thing was pretty cool, though. He gets that fucking scratch up the head.
Yep.
I did like how they like got to like having the characters look close. You know what I mean? Like how you'd expect them to look.
Mm-hmm. And then yet my other problem with the story was that part where they were just like in the void, and then suddenly they're like, we have a plan. They like kind of Sherlocked it, I guess, where they're like telling you about the plan and they're showing you it being set up, and then they cut back to them telling you about the plan, and then they actually go and do it. I was like, well, that was interesting because, you know, Raiden's just able to, you know, pluck people out of any world and put them together, which again, like I said, the story just at that point was like, we need to get these guys fighting, just zap them all together, type of thing. And then they start fighting, and then the fighting is awesome, except for the part with Jax versus the dude with the hammer, which I don't remember the dude's name. They are standing. What?
Nathan Jones.
But the character, but okay, yeah, the actor's name Nathan Jones. They are standing on the bridge of spikes, and so Jax literally Supermans that dude's head off. Because that was in a Superman movie, wasn't it? I think it is. It was. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. One of the other R-rated Superman movies. And I'm like, oh, cool. Kick his body off into the spikes. Kick his body off into the spikes. And then it just cuts. And I was like,
why?
That is literally Mortal Kombat right there. Why are you teasing that scene right there and you're not going to do it? Why? It made me mad.
I think this movie would have been better if it was the exact same script as Best of the Best, and the characters were just swapped out for Mortal Kombat characters. I think that movie would have been better. And also, why did nobody uppercut somebody onto the next floor?
Right.
Like it seemed there's a couple things where I was all like the spikes. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, he's gonna get thrown off into the spikes and get all fucking gross and shit. I was all like, why right there did you bail? Like it was right there. Like you
right there.
To fucking do that, or did you run out of money? Like I don't know what happened there, but that seemed like a missed opportunity.
It was an easy setup for a classic Mortal Kombat finishing, and you didn't do it.
I did like Homeboy's hat though.
Oh, dude, where he sliced Batwoman in half?
Batwoman.
Yeah. Your dumb mouth. All fucking stupid and cut up. But then he just dies.
Because his soul sucked out. Yes, he died.
He goes out like a real bitch after being a badass for his whole time on the screen.
Yeah, he didn't really have much.
The guy literally just grabs him. He's like, soul. And he's like, all right.
Which I will say, as much as I liked the fan service with they the characters would be like, "Oh, fatality, flawless victory." It felt weirdly out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm okay.
He finished off Bat Lady, and he was just like flawless victory, and it's like
if someone else would have said it, I'd have felt better about it. But him saying it, I was like, I don't like that.
It felt a little weird.
Yeah,
it felt a little weird. You gloating like that,
but like that's kind of what I was expecting out of this movie. I was all like, if we're gonna do it, let's fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like let's.
Mike's like, go full cheese or no cheese.
Yeah, man. If you're giving me fucking
how much cheese is too much cheese?
Dialogue everywhere else.
And you choose too much cheese, Charlie.
Like let's fucking ham it up on the video game stuff. If you're gonna be a fucking dumbass dialogue movie anyway, you know what I mean? Let's be dumb for a reason.
Yeah, but then it'd be less enjoyable because you're getting into Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Mortal Kombat the 98 whatever it was. What 95?
95, yeah.
95 Mortal Kombat. Those were awful.
That's on something.
That was awful. Everything.
Yeah, don't watch it.
I'm gonna watch that one, and I'm gonna analyze the dialogue between the two. And
okay.
I'm willing to bet that they're not that far off.
Oh, they're gonna be far off.
One thing that is far off from the two is the CG. The CG in this movie, yes, the wonkiness with his arms, yeah, that was really weird. I can only assume is that they were trying to emphasize how weak those arms are.
There's a different way of doing that, but yeah, it's fine.
But every other CG, it was very passable. It was very good.
Yeah.
You know, Goro getting, fucking just his
eviscerated,
and you just guts go splurting out, and you're like, oh!
I like how he grabs him.
Like the debut of him, where you see the one fist and the second fist, and then you see the third and the fourth. I was like, let's go, let's do this, guys.
One's about to get ripped in half.
But then even that fight scene, I was like, all right, that's cool. He got his powers, but I was kind of. That was the one fight.
You knew he was going to get his powers in that scene. It was just a matter of how badly he hurt Goro.
Yeah. And then the wife and the kid, like, bitch, you ain't do nothing with that shovel.
It was an axe.
She's trying. It was an axe.
Whatever it was.
She's trying more than any other. Most other heroines would, which is very good. I like it because she's trying to help. She's not just being a stupid damsel in distress doing stupid shit.
Yeah, because she was wearing jeans.
On a side note of that damsel in distress, I watched Skyscraper again last night. That film was pretty cool in that movie, man. Like, she gets some shit done. Good on her. Anyway,
it's true. And it's a big old building.
It's a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Like the biggest one they got.
With that weird mirror room for some reason.
Yeah, they got mirrors and rooms and a helicopter deck.
Yeah. And a floor that can blow up, but only a section of it with a grenade. Because
that's how grenades work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they blow up whole sections of things.
Yeah, just like a contained section.
Yes, a whole contained section of things.
Yeah, this grenade will only blow up 10 square feet.
Powerful, Cody. It can't blow up the whole goddamn building. That'd be ridiculous.
No, but it could blow a hole in the wall instead of the floor.
It landed on the floor. It didn't land on a wall.
Yeah.
It's one of them sticky grenades.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No. Wrong sticky.
Wrong side.
I gripped the sticky side.
Like I said, with all the things that I said negative about it, I'd watch a sequel. And I'd be excited about a sequel because I like cool fight scenes.
And I hope that they do a sequel because honestly, there were a bunch of characters
straight to the tournament next time.
What? Just skip to the tournament?
Straight to the tournament.
So that was another thing that I kept going, are we going to actually do the tournament? Like, they're building up the tournament. This is the destiny of the tournament, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, we're going to actually do the tournament? No, we're going to do these little fight things, which were cool.
No, because that's what Shang Tsung said. He was like, we're not going to go to the tournament. We're going to kill him first.
Yeah.
So he's like, he was trying to rig it so they don't go to the tournament. And then Cole's like, you know what we should do? We should make a tournament. And I was like, well, that's what he didn't want. So...
But they're gonna play. We're gonna play by their rules. Essentially, we're gonna isolate them and kill them off.
Yes,
Yeah.
but in Mortal Kombat, not like I'm gonna attack you and
you have to
alley.
literally kill them off. Yes.
Yeah.
One-on-one battles, except when it's 1-on-2, which is what Sonya went and helped Joe out with.
Cole.
I
don't know why I keep wanting to call him Joe.
Well, his actor's name is Cole or Joe.
No, Louis Tan.
What did you
Yeah,
think
Joe?
about? Yeah.
His name is Louis Tan.
Louis Tan?
Yep.
Who the fuck was Joe then?
Joe. You talking about Joe Salem? He's plays Sub-Zero?
No. The article that I had read said that the director. Now I don't even know where I read it from now.
I'm looking at the cast list right now. You have Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson.
Yeah, misread that article.
Yeah, because Joe, I think it's Talzim, plays Sub-Zero. He was the very first person cast in the movie.
Who did he play?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Bihan. Or Bihan, I think is how you say it. Yeah.
Oh, they called. I swear in the article they said the main character, the director and the main character will be back in future sequels, and so I just figured that has to be Cole. Okay.
Nope. Louis Tan is Cole Young.
Well, I don't even know where I saw that. I'd have to look it up later.
Any guesses on the budget for this movie?
$100,000, $150,000.
Budget?
Budget, yeah.
$150,000.
It's a low budget movie.
Not
No.
that fucking low.
Okay, Mike, do you have a real guess? Since Joe is
I'm just
drunk?
trying not to go over because that's what we're doing here.
I think it's low, but like a modest low, like a 38 mil, probably somewhere around there. Really? How much?
$55 million.
55. Yeah, that makes sense.
$55 million.
See, I didn't go over.
Good job, Joe. You also didn't actually get close enough to win a showcase showdown?
Yeah, but there were no other contestants here. So,
well, there's Mike.
vis-a-vis, I won $1.
No.
You said $100,000.
Yeah, dude, you don't win anything. Mike wins.
I would have expected the $1 better.
He was the closest without going over.
Didn't he go over? I thought he said $300 million.
No, he said $38 million.
Oh, 38? Yeah, whatever.
It's not a fucking Avengers movie. What are you talking about? $300 million. $300 million, they would have done a once-over on that script. That's crazy because the guy's got like legit. Did anybody else have that issue with the dialogue and the shitty fucking delivering of the dialogue, or was I just expecting a normal movie and I wasn't supposed to?
No, like I said, there were scenes where the dialogue just didn't fit. For me, mostly it was in the deliveries of fatality, the deliveries of that stuff where it just doesn't really fit in the script. For most part, Kano was fucking hilarious. He's a fucking asshole.
I didn't like his. I felt like his shit was too easy. Like it was like low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? And I was all like, let's come on.
That's Kano though. He's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but
I didn't expect him to be a good guy as long as he was.
Yeah, good guy.
Quote unquote good guy for as long as he was. No, I honestly, in this type of movie, I think I've explained it to you guys before. You switch off your brain for any type of thing, and you just try and enjoy whatever's given to you. For me, I thoroughly enjoyed the action. The story was passable. It got, like I said, it got you from A to B and explained pretty much everything along the way. That's one of my big things. Is if you're going to give me at least a shit story, at least give me a shit story that is so basic, but it still makes fucking sense. Like I said, the only things that didn't really make sense for me in this movie were literally where Sonya was just like, "Oh fuck, you know where the temple is? Let's go," and you just left your partner Jax somewhere. Your last known thing of his is that he was fighting Sub-Zero, and you just left him with no other explanation. And then just the part where they're planning out the plan, the strategy, really quickly just. Oh, okay, here's how it goes, this is what we're doing type of thing. So no, I didn't really have much of a problem with things beyond that. And thought it was a very enjoyable movie. I laughed. Kano's delivery on fucking shit was just fucking hilarious.
I don't know if so much him, but it was, I don't know. It didn't, to me anyway, it didn't feel like if anybody was having a conversation with anybody else, I don't know. It almost felt like they were reading cue cards or something. And I was like, this is like gross. And hey, I'm the best at turning my brain off and trying to enjoy stuff. But when something's that blatantly fucking, it kind of takes me out of trying to.
I don't know, because I've gone back and watched some of my favorite movies from back then, and a lot of those movies seem like this.
Yeah.
I watched Last Action Hero, not all the way through, but for the most part, sometime in the past week, and the dialogue in that movie is garbage.
Yeah, it is.
But it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, but like it's enjoyable because it happened then. Like you can't put those kind of movies out now. Like that's not something we need a resurgence on. We don't need.
You literally had the
Expendables.
You literally had the Expendables not too long ago, and it's exactly the same action.
Expendables come out.
Probably like the last one was probably like between 5 and 10 years ago.
Like 10 years ago for the first one, at least, right?
Yeah.
That's a long time, Joe.
It's a long time, Joe.
We've evolved.
Oh, we've evolved.
We don't need to hear that shit anymore. And besides the Expendables, it was like you just watching people blow up, and you're expecting cheesy 90 action because it's all your fucking 90 action stars.
And I guess that's what I went into this movie expecting. At least, hopefully, something better than the original Mortal Kombat.
Okay. See, I thought it was gonna be good. I didn't go in thinking I hope it's barely better than that other piece of shit that I loved when I was a little kid.
That's what I'm saying. That's my bare. That was my bare minimum. As long as you're like better than this, and I can find enjoyment for the most part in it, and not sit there and nitpick every goddamn little thing because of it's so glaringly stupid.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I get that, and like I said, I'll watch a sequel, but I was just so thrown off by how not smooth it was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. I felt like how I felt the last couple Transformer movies that Cody made me watch with him. It was like, if we just got to robots fucking beating each other up, this movie would be great and get rid of all that other shit. I felt the same way watching this. I was like, if we could just get to the fighting and not have any... I'd rather, like, literally just have the sequel be the tournament. Be like, all right, I got one. Next up, you know what I mean? Like,
the tournament.
Yeah, just...
And that, I will say that is my problem with them saying that they're signed up to do at least 4 more movies. It's like, okay, I can maybe understand 2 more movies, but how are we stretching this out into a possibility of 4 more movies? Like, because it's cool that you like I was going to say earlier, I kept expecting a lot more characters to show up. Like, I mean, some of the more classic, iconic characters, Johnny Cage was the one that I was sitting there going, like, okay, when you get to, like, give me Johnny Cage, you know? And then they didn't. They teased him at the end. I was like, okay, so the next movie is you're going to introduce more characters. Cool. Is that what we're just going to do for the next, if it goes on? Are you just going to keep giving us new characters until the 5th movie where you finally do the Mortal Kombat tournament? That's what we're gonna do.
Jesus Christ. If we go to 5
but that's what I'm saying.
Into the tournament.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it going to take us 5 fucking movies to get to the Mortal Kombat tournament because you're going to introduce new characters, show off some other characters, and do other stuff? And
well, I kind of appreciate the fact that they only give us, like, what, 10 characters or something like that?
In all, yeah, something like that.
Like, somewhere around there. I was like, all right, you guys left a lot on the table. Like, there's a lot of... And obviously the big hint at what's his fuck at the end? Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
And I was like, all right, cool. Well, if we get a sequel, who's playing Johnny Cage? And the internet has been doing its shit, and I don't like a lot of the fucking suggestions. So that makes me nervous.
Yeah. Can we get one of the movies to be a crossover movie? Because they've been doing the extra characters like Terminator, RoboCop. I don't know who else. Ash from Evil Dead.
Freddy Krueger,
Jason.
was Leatherface in that one?
Who?
Leatherface, was he one of them?
Oh,
I think so.
Spawn was.
Who? Vince Vaughn was it? What?
Spawn.
Vince Spawn?
I just heard Bond. Oh, Spawn. Yeah, he was an Xbox exclusive, I think, in one of the movies or one of the games.
Joker was in it too.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't he in? Yeah,
He was in 11.
So there you go. That's easily the fourth movie right there, where you just start crossing over into crazy universes, just pulling over universe and you just have fun with it. And then the fifth movie is the actual tournament.
All right. So since we went over our thoughts and we all are varying on the fact that we enjoyed it, but we're like, it would be better, right? Like, it's safe to say that, right?
Yeah.
Acknowledge what I said, Cody.
He enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. He would watch a sequel for the blood and guts and combat.
So this is what I was thinking. So give me your rankings of video game movies now. Where is it?
I don't know. You know I can't be put on the spot and think of all these things right now.
I know, but it's fun to try.
I'm gonna throw in stupid stuff like Bloodborne and be like, that's number 5 because that's what I can remember.
I'm just saying, is it a top 3 for you?
No,
because video game movies are notoriously shit.
No, it's not.
It's not top 3. All right, that's good to know, Cody.
I'm trying to think of
because I at least enjoyed. I could easily put the new Tomb Raider as one of my top 3. It's not a great movie, but it's a good enough movie for a video game movie.
A lot of people forget about that one.
I know that Detective Pikachu is definitely within the top 3 because that's a fantastic movie.
That might be the best one.
Yeah.
It might be number 1, assuming that I can't think of anything else beyond this.
I haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog yet.
I haven't either.
That's above.
I don't know.
Me.
That's a what?
That's above this one for me.
Mm-hmm. You've seen it?
Yeah. I took little Bobby Berto to see it. And I talked to you guys about it, and I remember telling you guys it's not as good as people are saying, but it's still really good. I was just shocked with how people were saying great. Like people loved it. And I was like, all right, I mean, it's good.
It got greenlit for a sequel, didn't it?
Yeah.
And they're making it right now.
Yeah.
There's pictures of a stand-in Tails and Knuckles.
Yep.
Going around.
Nice.
Makes me laugh.
Okay, what other video game movies, Cody?
Well, I mean, there are a bunch that I enjoy, but people shit on all the time. Things like Prince of Persia.
Never saw it.
Silent Hill. The first one, not the second one.
The first one was solid, dude.
Yeah, the second one was trash.
I was so surprised how the first one was.
So you liked it. Did you say the first one was trash, Cody?
No, second one was trash.
Second one was trash, okay.
First one's really good.
I think I've seen parts of the first one. I definitely haven't seen the second one.
Second one's garbage, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Fair enough.
I really enjoyed Warcraft.
I didn't see it. I wanted to, I think.
I also enjoyed Assassin's Creed.
I did enjoy Assassin's Creed, but not top 3. It's not top 3.
No, I'm just saying the movies that I like.
I know. I'm just throwing that one in there. I have seen it because we went and saw it.
Yeah.
Mike wasn't with us at the time. I do remember that, and I remember enjoying it, but it's not top 3.
That's that Fassbender one, right?
Yeah.
That guy's grabbing Sonic's crotch. That is an inappropriate picture.
What are you watching?
The picture Mike just sent us?
Oh, I was wrapped within your listing of movies.
No, I was just talking. I was just trying to list off enjoyable video game movies that I liked.
Right.
And I don't know if I could rank them. Mortal Kombat. If I had to rank them, Mortal Kombat's not top 3.
No.
For story wise, because again, that's what I'm going to go by. Because Detective Pikachu is a much better story.
Mm-hmm.
I think Warcraft's a better story. I think Silent Hill's a better story. And I think those ones are, because it's one of those things where, like, of all things to make a movie on, Mortal Kombat isn't one I would always go to because the fact that it does not have one story that it's telling. You know what I mean? Like, every character has its own narrative, so they pick and choose which character's story is the main story in that game. But it's like, also, you have 11 fucking games at this point in the main run of games. And at this point, there's still characters that you kill that are in the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you can't really...
I don't think it's the last we've seen of these characters if they come...
No, because they even wrote into the lore of Mortal Kombat a wave to bring them back, because they're called, like, it's like Necro something or other. It's basically reanimating the body, but the soul's tied to hell or something like that. I can't remember all the different details, but there's like a bunch of different ones, and then there's like remnants or maybe the remnants are the ones where they're like the soul is bound to hell, but the body is back. There's a bunch of random shit that they've done in the, in it and stuff like that. But I mean, of movies that I would say are tremendously worse than this, I'm not even going to go with like the 90s stuff. I'm going to go like Max Payne is trash. Doom is garbage. Alone in the Dark. I mean, there's even some game, like the ones you forget they made movies on, like Alone in the Dark is a video game. All the Resident Evil movies are trash. U-Bowl has made 19 different video game based movies, like Postal and Far Cry. I mean, he's made all sorts of fucking terrible movies.
You could like narrow it down to just like widely released theater kind of movie.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just saying,
like, because there's a bunch of those weird.
You can, I mean, like the original Tomb Raiders with Lara Croft stuff. Not bad movies, just not my type.
You remember when Angelina Jolie's in the ocean? She's floating.
She punches a shark.
Big ass shark coming up, and she's all, "Fuck you, shark!" And the shark's like, "Ow!" and swims away instead of eating her. That's when I turned on that movie.
Oh, that's when you did it?
Eat the bitch. Yeah. Gerard Butler was in one of them, though.
He was in the first one, and the shark one is the second one, by the way.
Ooh, Cody. Gross.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I remember those movies quite a bit.
You own those movies, Cody?
I do not own... Whoa.
On Laserdisc?
Ooh. On Laserdisc, he says.
I don't... No, I don't think I own those movies.
He got it as a combo pack with a collector edition game.
No.
So he's like, well, I'll get the game.
No, because
comes with a statue.
Square Enix routinely does not like the original Lara Croft movies because they were garbage and they knew they were. But they do super enjoy the new one, and hopefully maybe the newer one if they actually get around to making it.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within. I know you like that movie.
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome.
That's a game movie.
Yeah, no. I said Final Fantasy.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't recall you saying.
Yeah, rattle off a bunch. I mean, even if we go as far as saying like Rampage, for example, like I dig
movie?
Rampage. I dig Rampage a lot.
Rampage is exactly what it was supposed to be.
Exactly.
Like I like movies that are exactly what it was supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Blood Rain. That was another U-Bowl one.
Yeah.
Remember Wing Commander? I love that movie. It's fucking awful.
Oh, that is awful.
That's the one with the Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Yeah, with pretty much the cast of Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, huh?
I mean, it's just two of them.
Guy was in it.
Yeah, Matthew Lillard's in it as well.
Hey, you remember Summer Catch? Those guys were in that movie, too.
Yes, I do remember Summer Catch, buddy.
Baseball movie.
Yep. I watch me some baseball movies. I mean, there's animated Resident Evil movies that are really good.
Animated's like
it's a cheat though.
Yeah, like it's easier.
Yeah.
Like at that point, Castlevania is a really good animated show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think
it's almost like if you make a bad animated show out of cool source material, you really fucked up.
You did something real bad.
You're not limited to budget restraints, you know what I mean, and sets. You know what I mean? You better be fucking rock solid if you're gonna make an animated movie.
Yeah.
And that's why Spirits Within, the Final Fantasy one, I mentioned Final Fantasy, but it's one of those ones where like, can't really put those in that. Same as like Advent Children, which is based on Final Fantasy VII. That's a solid ass movie, but it's one of those ones where like you have to be a fan of it to really enjoy it because it makes no fucking sense if you don't, because there's a lot of things left out that they kind of just gloss over because they know it's not made for wide audiences. It's made for like fans of the game. But speaking of Max Payne, that movie's terrible. Max Payne is a terrible movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to end the show.
No.
Okay.
No, I was going to see. It's right here. Like when you type in video game movies on Google, it's one of the first ones that shows up. I'm like, God damn it, that movie's so fucking bad.
Well, because that was like a pushed blockbuster.
Yeah,
they were like really banking on that one.
Yeah.
What's the one with the fucking bald assassin guy, the red tie?
Hitman.
Yeah.
That starred what's his name from
Fantastic.
Timothy Olyphant.
Timothy Olyphant, yeah.
And there's actually 2 of those movies.
Yep.
Yeah, they did a reboot remake one later.
Yeah. Hitman Agent 47.
I was never interested in it. It didn't look like a good movie. I didn't think that Olyphant looked like a good fit for that character.
No, he's too attractive, we'll say, to be an agent of like that. Where the guy who played him, what's up?
Really, Cody?
What, you don't think Timothy Olyphant's attractive?
I don't know. He had a dumb bald head. Yeah, that doesn't help.
Well, just because he has a badly shaped head, that's not his fault. No, but Agent 47 is supposed to be someone who blends in. Like, he's not... you just see a bald guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's not someone you should be like, oh, look at that guy. And even Rupert Friend, who played the Agent 47 in Hitman Agent 47, I think was a better fit. He probably looked better with a shaved head than Timothy Olyphant does, too.
Sort of. Yeah.
He's less like
images now. I don't know.
When you shave his head,
he still doesn't strike me as the right look for that character.
No, that character's hard to do because he's a video game character, and he's so specifically done in the games. You know what I mean? But also, you don't spend a whole lot of time looking at his face in the game because you're playing him. Well, in a way you do.
Playing him, it's not first person. It's a very much third person thing that you are kind of staring at his face. I've watched a lot of people play the newest game lately,
Hitman 3.
But at least for him, the guy you mentioned who plays him in Agent 47, I think one of the biggest problems that I have with him and his image is that he has hair. He can't not have hair. It looks like he's got it shaved close as he possibly can.
Yeah, his hair is very dark. Hair.
Yeah. At least with Oliphant, they probably used a fucking skull cap.
Yeah, a bald cap for him.
And a bald cap, and got the effect that way. But he just doesn't look like the character. I don't know who else would play him, but just not those 2. Maybe a younger, what's his name?
That's the one.
Jason Statham would have done good.
Well, Jason Statham essentially was was Hitman and Transporter. Is exactly what he was doing.
Right.
They just didn't, want to pay for the rights for that. And they're like, well, he's just a guy who can blend in and kill people whenever he wants. Got him. Oh, did you see there's a Red Band trailer for Wrath of Man, by the way?
No.
The new Guy Ritchie movie with Jason Statham, where he John Wicks it up. It talks about the story more now.
That's cool.
Yep, pretty fun. I think that's it for this week's episode. Unless you guys got anything else you'd like to speak about.
Nothing I can think of right now.
Nah, I feel good about this one, guys.
We'll talk about the ending of Falcon Winter Soldier, right? Because we didn't talk about that yet.
Oh no, we didn't, because that was last Friday.
Yeah,
we talk about that next week. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Comes at you. We are
Joe,
Mike.
I am Cody, and that's it. Like usual, you fuckers just came naturally.